Hey guys, here's a quick clip from the Right to Reason podcast. Aron Ra, who's running for state senator, goes next level on the drug war. Hear him out and let's see what you think.
You want to make America great again? Do exactly the opposite of what we've been doing for the last 20 years. And this goes for a whole lot of other things. I mean, I want to clarify, despite my appearance and what some people may judge, I never enjoyed marijuana. I've tried it a couple of times in my youth.
Just wasn't your thing?
Yeah, I just never got into it. And one of the real advantages to me is I think one of the very early times somebody had laced it with something. I don't know.
That turned you off to it. Had a bad trip.
It was so bad. I mean, and this was before I developed. Before I hadn't had enough to know any familiarity with what to expect.
Sure.
So, when I start seeing things like this, and I went, it was a really bad trip.
I had the same experience with shrooms. I tried them and just I don't remember what hellish visions I had, but I woke up on the ground and I passed out, and I have no interest in taking and I'll tell someone, oh no, I'm not concerned with shrooms at all. And they're like, but it's so much fun. I'm like, it is for you, and that's fine. You do your thing. I'm not interested. So I understand that.
So I have no interest in marijuana at all. However, I have to concede that when it was legalized in Colorado and in Utah and a number of other places, that they have the first places to legalize it were coming back with the results, and the results are stark. That not only have they made this massive revenue, that like in Oregon's case, they made so much money that they offer a tax-free day that their citizenry don't even have to pay taxes on anything.
Really?
Yes, on this particular day, because
that's so cool.
Just giving back some to the populace. And one of the other advantages was that people that have had issues that they couldn't get prescriptions for were able to deal with depression and other chronic diseases such, so that their suicide rate went down. The crime rate went down. Right?
And auto accidents went down.
Well, yeah, that's
funny because you don't want to be driving under the influence, but they found out people are driving drunk. If they had an alternative, it might be somewhat safer.
Yeah, and for those of you who have never compared the two, when you're on alcohol and you drive 60 miles an hour or you're driving 90 miles an hour and you think you're going 60, but when you're stoned, you're driving 30 miles an hour and you think you're going 60.
I got ahead of you, and I got the joke a little before you dropped the punchline. That's funny. That's so true.
Yeah. So you're right. It is a lot less dangerous. But the thing is, what happens if the entire nation goes this way, right? We legalize marijuana across the board in every state. What is the Mexican cartels going to do, or what is any of the Latin American cartels going to do? If you have an illicit drug market that depends on us, and now we're marketing it ourselves and we're making our own money on it, and they don't have a market anymore, so we've solved that crime problem.
Right.
And so the only way to win the war on drugs is just to stop fighting it.
Yes.
And there's another way to look at this that actually works better, and there was no reason ever to have made marijuana the illicit substance that it was made into to begin with. It seems to be completely contrived. And I say this as somebody who would not smoke marijuana if it was legal in every state.
Well, wasn't that Ron Paul's thing? As he said, why don't you legalize all the drugs? And even heroin? He's like, well, would you do heroin if it was legal? Well, no, of course I wouldn't. Okay.
Yeah.
So those that will
heroin
do it
is
will
legal,
still do it. Yeah.
I understand, and I never advocated for this myself, but I'd be curious about it, because I understand that somewhere, I think it was in the Netherlands, that they legalized heroin, and instead of treating it as a crime, now they're treating it as a
illness.
As chemical illness.
Sure.
And so they're treating it. So we have so many people, and this is because of the private prison system and the corrupt government situation that we have, that people are being driven to jail in mass, and these prisons have capacities that they have to maintain. So people are not making parole; they're being unnecessarily convicted, so that we can keep up that profit. So this is what happens with runaway capitalism.
Absolutely.
So you can be all for capitalists. You can say that you are more capitalist than you are socialist if you are aware that at least everyone is both, right?
Sure.
And be more capitalist than you are socialist. But just understand that if you go far capitalist, where all you care about is profits, then you're putting people in prisons and you're enacting laws that are unjust.
Fantastic. That guy is on fire right now. You can find this discussion and many more podcast episodes like it via iTunes, Stitcher, or Podbean. If you want to access these episodes or other videos, you can also check out therighttoreason.com.